Hey y'all, now I haven't done many videos with my police flag up, but I had some extra time, so I wanted to do a video. Now, I've been on top of the riots pretty good, I feel like, as far as covering them. Now, these are not about George Floyd. Okay, this is not about George Floyd no more. Okay, and the Minnesota governor even said it's not about George Floyd, and it's not. Okay, I don't know what it's about, but I know it's not about George Floyd no more. Okay, maybe the first day, even 2 days, maybe it might have been about George Floyd. Okay, and there might still be some people out there that are trying to get justice for George Floyd, and I get that. I really do. With that being said, there have been so many officers injured or shot and killed since this whole thing started. Okay. I believe we're at 13, 14 officers shot, including 2 last night, 2 federal officers that were protecting a building. And it's not even just shot and killed officers. Look at the protesters that have been shot and killed. Protesters are now starting to shoot each other. I thought y'all were on the same side. Why are y'all shooting each other? And now, the Minnesota governor brought in another 1,000 troops. Okay, so he's at the 1,500 National Guard. Okay. He's giving them full mobilization, which pretty much means do what you gotta do to stop this, okay? Now, it is possible, and they've been talking about this, that they can bring in active duty soldiers, and you don't want that, okay? I'm telling you. I'm not really much with the conspiracy theories and all that, but you gotta think about this, okay? Let's just look at 2020 so far. January, coronavirus. You start talking about February, coronavirus. March, coronavirus. And if you really want to get into it, killer hornets, but that's not really a big deal. That didn't really do much. Okay, but March. Okay, so January through March, we had coronavirus. And then, they started shutting stuff down, saying you can't do this, you can't do that, you gotta go, you got this curfew, you got this, you got that. Okay, and there were even troops and National Guardsmen out in New York and California, making sure. Alright. Now we have Derek Chauvin that killed George Floyd. Now, as far as the initial incident with Derek Chauvin and George Floyd go, that was brought on. All this was brought on by Derek Chauvin killing George Floyd. And now since we're on that, I did do a video about the medical examiner and George Floyd and how he initially died, and that there was no signs of strangulation or choking. He had underlying health conditions such as coronary artery disease, and he had toxins inside of his body. Now, with all that being said, that's true. But at the same time, this man should not have had his knee on his neck for 8 minutes and 56 seconds. For 6 minutes and 56 seconds, this man, or this ex-officer, had his knee on this man's neck while he was alive or conscious. And then for 2 minutes and 56 seconds, he had his knee on his neck when he was either unconscious or dead. Okay, and so many officers have come out and said, you don't train like that. And it's pretty much common sense. You don't put your knee in someone's neck. You put it in their shoulder blade or in the middle of the back where they can't move. Okay. And as far as the other 3 officers go, the other 2 officers that were on George Floyd, why? Well, from what I've seen, he was not resisting arrest. Okay. And I'm not saying he wasn't resisting arrest. It might have been that when he was in his car and they were trying to get him out of the car, maybe he did resist arrest. Okay. And it's been said that he was resisting arrest. You get him out of the car, you put him in handcuffs, you do your thing. He's in handcuffs. That's that. I can understand maybe if his knee was in his back while this was happening, waiting for a transport unit, ambulance, whatever the case may be, or just for him to calm down. But he did not seem aggressive during that. He was begging for this officer to get off him to save his life, and he didn't. So, as far as him being charged for murder, he should be charged with murder. He had charged 3rd-degree murder, manslaughter. As far as the other 3 officers go, they should be charged also. Now, back to the story. This whole thing is brought on because of that. And now, it's been said, that they're going to try to separate us, they're going to try to divide us. And now they're talking about bringing the military, police, active duty soldiers. Y'all don't want that, I'm telling you. All these protesters out there, you might think it's cool, you think whatever. Y'all are not doing anything but causing more trouble for yourselves and for us. I'm telling you. What do you get out of destroying your city? Like, I just don't get what you get out of destroying your city, burning down police departments, burning down cars, blocking roadways, assaulting people, shooting people. I mean, honestly, what do you get out of that scenario? You get nothing out of that situation that benefits you. And people talking about, oh, it's just National Guard, National Guard. National Guard is armed with machine guns, and they will shoot if they feel the need to. And if that's not enough, they're talking about bringing active duty soldiers in, okay? And then on top of that, talking about bringing the military police. That is when it becomes martial law. I'm telling you. Like, these protests are getting out of hand. I mean, just look at Atlanta. At the CNN building, you got dudes smashing windows with skateboards. You got protesters that found an detonated flashbang grenade and threw it at the police, okay? And you got cars blowing up in Minneapolis. Yeah, shootings in New York and Detroit. Like 12 officers were injured last night in New York City. And there's more protests going on. My state, they're doing protests today and tomorrow. Why? Like, after all of this, seeing all this, why would you want to hold more protests? Like, what do you think is going to come out of it? Like it's not going to be good. I'm telling y'all. If they don't clear it up soon, and people don't get their act together, and the National Guard don't control it, they're gonna send in military police and the troops, and it's gonna be martial law, and they're gonna tell you what you can and cannot do. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all, all these protesters out there, y'all ain't stupid. Y'all really are. And it's not even about George Floyd. I ain't heard none of them talk about George Floyd. None of them. All y'all doing is looting and rioting. It's it. Destroying your city and stealing stuff. Now, with that being said, this video did go on kind of longer than I thought, than what I wanted it to be. But with that being said, prayers out for all of our police officers out there on the front lines, all of our firefighters out there, all of our EMS, National Guard, all of the innocent civilians out there. Like I said, y'all better get it together before martial law comes down. But definitely keep everybody there in your thoughts and prayers. Y'all stay safe out there, and let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And thank y'all for watching.